Carolina Moore with alwaysexpectmore.com, and I'm so excited to be sharing the Cricut Maker Block of the Week, the sequel, with you. Today, we're doing block 1 of the sequel, and that is the plus block. Ready? Let's get started. The first block that we're making is a simple plus block. It might look a little bit familiar from the original Cricut Maker Block of the Week because there are 3 pieces here and 3 pieces here. The big difference is we don't have 3 pieces going down the middle. But otherwise, it really is a lot like our 9 patch. It's just because these 3 pieces would be the same color, we cut them out as one piece, basically kind of already stitched together right here. So all we have to do is stitch these 3 together and these 3 together and then sew each to the middle. So let's go ahead and start our stitching. I have my machine threaded with a neutral colored thread. I like gray as a great neutral, and it's both in the bobbin and in the top thread. I've got my iron heated up and all ready to go, and I'm going to go ahead and start stitching. I'm going to start by stitching together 2 of these squares. Just put them right sides together. And for us, the wrong sides are the sides that we drew our lines on. All these seam allowances do use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I use a 1/4 inch foot. That helps me make sure that I get my seam allowance correct. If you hold onto these threads a little bit for the first couple of stitches, you'll find that helps keep everything in line. And if you want, you can pin these, but I don't find any reason to pin them. So I've stitched 1 set. I can go ahead and grab my second set and stitch this one as well. Right sides together, line everything up. Now you'll see with this one I have the purple one on top and this one I have the white one on top. It really is not going to matter for this. And by not breaking the thread between each, we're chain piecing, which makes this a faster process. Now I can grab my scissors and I can cut this one from the back and go ahead and clip my extra threads as long as I have my scissors out. And I can grab my other white piece. Put it right on top. Remember, right sides together and stitch. Now I can go ahead and repeat that with my other side. Since I'm done stitching these, I can go ahead and cut my thread. And cut the threads between the 2, making sure that I'm not cutting the fabric. Now I can take this over to my iron and press. For pressing, you can choose to put your seams inwards or outwards. Generally, I like to go outwards. There is a darker color in the middle, so generally if you've got a lighter color, you press towards the dark, but I'm still going to press out because I really don't think it's going to show up that much when I finish putting my quilt together. So I like to tuck 1 piece underneath, get it out of the way. Press, turn it the other way, press, and then also press from the front. If you've pressed this well, you haven't stretched the seams, but you don't have any fold over on the front. It's just flat. We're going to repeat that with the other one. So now I have these 2 sides stitched, and each side should be the same length as this middle piece if I've done everything right with my 1/4 inch seams, and I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch this side to the middle and then the other side to the middle, and then my block is done. So I put the purple piece down, right side up, and then the stitched piece on top, right side down. And the reason I like the stitched piece on top is because I have these seams and I want to make sure that these seams don't get folded over. It's going to be easier to keep an eye on them if they're on top. Line all your edges up, press your foot down, when I clip my threads. And I don't have to press this side. You only have to press before you're stitching across another seam. So I needed to press these before I stitched across here. But this one's already been pressed, so I don't need to press this side before adding this one on. I can just press everything all at the same time at the end. So again, line everything up. If you really want, you can use some pins here. I'm not a big pinner. So the block is done, it just needs one more press. To press this block, I'm actually going to press them towards the middle. And the reason I'm not going to press out on this one is because then I'll get lots of bulk here on my seams. So by pressing in, I'm keeping these seams flat and reducing all the bulk. Same as before, I'm going to fold this one under. Press those towards the middle, then I can do the other side. Flip it to the front. Give the front a good press. And just like that, our plus block is complete. We're one block down into the sequel of the Cricut Maker Block of the Week. Join us next week and we'll make the second block. And that's it. Our plus block is complete. Wasn't that easy? If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that now and hit that bell so you don't miss a single episode of our Cricut Maker Block of the Week, the sequel. See you next week.